I want to talk about something that probably you're not comfortable with, and that is starting messy. And if you're like me, you're a perfectionist. You overthink everything, you plan everything out to a T. And it took me a long time to learn that that is not the way to go. And in my opinion, it is about starting messy, not sloppy, just messy. So, what does that exactly mean? Well, whenever you start out with your internet marketing business and or you have a digital product or whatever you have, so often that we invest so much of our time and effort in it that we never really get it to the marketplace because we either burn out or we just feel like it's not going to work or whatever, or we spend months getting everything in place and find out that that was a waste of time. And so there's no way that you can possibly know everything there is to know about something. And I always tried to know everything. Like when I started my newsletter, I have a newsletter. It's called Solopreneur Edge. You can subscribe to the newsletter. I write about being a solopreneur. I write about how to be successful. I'm offering tools, and there's just a lot to that I'm putting into that. But before I ever pulled the trigger and started that newsletter, I watched probably 100 hours of video. I read and I studied and tried to learn everything that I could possibly know about it. And that for me was an epiphany. What I found and what I realized was I wasted a lot of time. I could have taken a lot of those hours that I spent watching and studying and just jumped in there, started my newsletter, because experience is truly the best teacher. And you'd look at me and think that I should have probably known that. Well, it takes a long time, and they always say, breaking rock is hard work. And so finally, we got to get broke down and come to our senses and realize that we can't have everything in place. We can't possibly anticipate what people are going to need or what's going to the changes we're going to make. So I started my newsletter, and I want to encourage you to subscribe to it, check it out. It's a free newsletter, and like I said, I talk about solopreneurship. I also have created a lot of digital products, and I've got a lot of digital products that are still sitting on my hard drive that have never seen the market, have never been offered. Some of them are just close to being finished. Some of them are in just different stages of being completed. But every one of those digital products, I have spent hours and months in some cases. And, I don't know if it's just the fear of just pulling the trigger and getting it out there, or, to stand here and think about it. I don't know what it was. But I can tell you that there was the perfection, and perfection is paralyzing, and it's an excuse to procrastinate. And so I just recently created a digital product. It's called the Trust Factor. It's a mini book, or a mini training, or whatever you want to call it. And I have a link down below for that. It's absolutely no cost to you. It talks about building a personal brand and building trust. And today, more than ever, your personal brand, which is you are your personal brand. It's your values, it's your personality, it's what you bring to your customers. It's what they get to know. It's how they identify you. It's everything about you and how to establish that. And so I want to share that with you. But what I want to really talk about is the example is that I created that, and I started messy. I didn't really cut corners. I didn't, just put anything out there. I spent quite a bit of time. I put a lot of effort into it, and it is, I got a lot of good feedback on it. But the thing about it was, I didn't sit there and agonize and overthink it and try to anticipate everything that somebody would want in there. Or what needed to be in there. I knew what needed to be. I know how to build a personal brand. And so a lot of what I'm teaching in there, I'm doing myself. And so the thing about it is that now it's out there, I'm getting feedback from it, and now I know what kind of changes to add to it. I know what needs to be maybe taken away. I'm already thinking about the next version of that, or the changes I'm going to make. So the important thing is that I started out messy, and I'm refining that as I go along. And I'm having a really great time. I got it out there. I got it out there quickly, relatively speaking, and I've got really good feedback on it. So The thing about it is start messy, not sloppy, and then just get your products out there. If you have something to share that'll solve somebody's problem, you're not doing you're doing your audience, your ideal customer, a disservice. So get it out there, talk with them, learn from them, and let them tell you what they need. And it's an amazing process. So I hope this was helpful. I hope it was encouraging. And check out my newsletter, the Solopreneur Edge, and get your free copy of the Trust Factor. And I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe, put a thumbs up in there, do all these things. I know I'm asking a lot, but anyway, here's to your success. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.